me say hi to everybody online. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last class of this 2024. We'll have another continued. So if you don't have time in the summer, we'll come back in the future. But I hope everybody will still just one way or another. You can join by Zoom or travel during the session. Anyway, I will send information for registration to new class. Oh, by the way, we have a class on Friday in the morning from 10 to 11 on calligraphy. So if you're interested in practice calligraphy, seal engraving, so my wife will teach basic strokes. It's a practice class, only 1 hour on calligraphy, and I will show to and carve. Okay, so it's an online class only. I will also send you the. So we're going to explore the theme of translate into English. 一路 in Chinese is one way, or all the way. Is in a broader sense, is an abstract sense. Chinese is like a Dao, you know. All the 荣华 means glorious flower or prosperous flower. It is for painting. We visualize it with one Heron, hibiscus, because the hibiscus flowers, especially this kind of hibiscus, the double hibiscus, 荣华, so we play the sound of words. So hibiscus flowers with one Heron means one all the way. So I have one with this interesting puns, yeah, P-U-N, right, puns. Do you know the, especially the 花 and 恭喜, because 花 and 花 is the southern dialect. The 花 means prosper, to get rich. So in the new year you say 恭喜发财, a T in the end. You don't prosper all the way. Lucky number is because it sounds like prosper, just like 7. So the roll of 8 is like you hit jackpot on a slot machine. So 7 we say ba 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 ba, fa fa fa. You know. So people's phone number always like to have 8 on it in Chinese culture. So here's my teacher's painting by using the same the images that sounds the same. Egret is the same as heron in Chinese. It's called the 丝. 露丝 is the 2 words. So one egret with a 荣华 or hibiscus. So that's the traditionally represents this good luck wish, and you can use this painting in all occasions to give young graduates or some people doing business, open door or anything. Yes, they good luck wish, and it sells. When I opened the YouTube store, eBay store, 7, I did a series of that. When I sold one, you can find 4 or 5 videos, and this is the original one in 2007, and I just auctioned them on eBay. Especially with people, knows, they love this kind of Chinese now today this number, because the Hong Kong and the Cantonese customs are so influential in Chinese culture. Just like the certain images for greeting, for those festival or holidays. This is a very popular charm, you want to say. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Because show you the techniques next. So the paper we're going to use is sized paper, sized paper or absorbent paper. You can use double or single. Single is probably okay. So I will use such water wash flowers on the back, and outline if you need it with this detail. So if you have only basic brushes, the white one is soft, the brown one is stiff. The small one detail is also brown. So if I would give you a hint, brush in industry, they call it goat or sheep hair, right? It could be artificial these days. It's still white. So the soft hair for washing purpose is all white. And the stiff hair for drawing lines, strokes is brown. So the brush, soft. There's something in between. It's called combination brush. In the middle, brown or dark, like a black hair. So this is a stiff and a soft combination. Soft surround a stiff core. And you can use that for either ways, for wash and use only one combination brush. For painting the flowers, petals, and it's a larger soft brush. Okay. Show the flowers, maybe or the birds. And when you paint, the birds should come first. So let's do the bird, the heron. Okay. On my original handout, I have two herons. So today, please do not do two. If you do, you ruin the theme. Because only one way means all the way. Two, I don't know what that means. Yeah. So just if you want to come closer, you can come here. I'll show you, and then we'll do other ways. So I have developed a way to do the heron with color. The blue color is a mix of several blues. You can mute them with a little ink, the easiest. Or you can use a complementary color like a brown. In Western art, they might use that. I just got a little bit gray to dilute the water, and then a little more water. Just to, you see, my color is on the plan on the palette, in the center, because I want to use this area to mix the colors. So I got indigo, cello, and this is the blue 490, and indigo is 495, 493, 4. You can 451, which is more blue, is the cello blue. So use a little bit mineral blue, but this is opaque color. Mix with water or a little bit gray ink. Some dirty water would be fine. It's an indigo mix of this intense color. If you want to have ink, you can use a little ink, maybe just more indigo. It should be fine. I'll just use all this. Okay, so in one load, I have the dark and light gradation like this. So the bottom of the brush is still very light. It's not pure water. I ink to it. I hold the brush in a slant position. If you hold the brush like that, it's fine. But in Chinese way, you hold it. But turn your arm, not like this way, facing the ceiling. Okay. And let's say if we have room for the flowers later, we'll just do the bird. We'll just do this bird. So the first stroke is the shoulder, the back. So it's horizontal. So if you stop, if you lift the brush, you will leave water. You should like a 90-degree left. Just tone, right? In one stroke, it goes from dark I lift a little quicker to get the feathery look. Yeah, like that. Just get a little grounded. Let me reload it with more, a little more of the darker colors. You see, the colors I've kept in the damp, juicy. It's come out too much sometimes. So I remix the color, but this time I will do this hard. It's turn my hand this way now, just to control the angle. If I use the whole side of the brush like you making a left turn. I was told to hold the wheel like this. Maybe doesn't make sense. Okay, so this stroke goes. Left-handed is easier, maybe, right? Let's do that. Stroke goes this way, just kind of pull, and then bend. You can roll the brush to open the resistance. Like that. Okay. Write a Z, right? Do not do S. Wrong. Got it? Okay. Make up. Okay. You can use a different brush. I think, yeah, just keep it to another general one's brush. And I need a little more ink. Won't come off. So I quit ink to a palette. You don't have to do this because it's convenient. So I don't have to wash out the ink. Just use this half-empty ink case for that, for a palette. So I load all the dark ink this time. I don't need to have. I just maybe most part. Just my intention is that if you want to do the you have to be. You can add really dark ones. Use ink cake ink to try to get something off. So it has grain and dot on the wet paper without a dot. That's you need to let it bleed a little bit into the wet paint, and then do the beak. There are two. Yeah, just a dry brush. Not really. This is too dry, so let me add more ink. I try to control the amount of ink by just, when I load the brush. But I realize it's too dry for the dry brush. Let's show the bone, right? It should triangular shape. So you begin with a heavier start, and it will bleed into the hair. I had to do this thing, not a round beginning, right? So you can put this stroke under the eye, not in front of the eye. Okay. So this part, since we only one bird, you can just do one leg. Okay. So this will be in the middle of the weight, the gravity, and a little bit angle to it. It bent. This not bending this way. It should bend. How do you say this?
Maybe two. Is that right? Away from the wire. Two.
And this, if you bend wrong, let me just put it here. If it's facing this way, right? So this is not this.
This way.
Go, okay. Should bend forward. Okay. Because the paper is wet, you can see it start. Two leg, but since usually the wall don't have to do that. And this feet is tucked, under the chest like this. 2 strokes, one long, one short. Or you can put a half, the brush, again, the dry brush on wet, just to put some tail. Or this is I borrowed from that's my impression. They got this crown, this little loose hair. So it's just the impression of Heron. Okay, that's it. Right? So the pointer you have the stroke and the dry brush side stroke, but you don't do little by little. You can go slow, but kind of still see the feather. Too loose will not just texture, no shape. You want both. I even add a red crown, kind of the blue. All right. Let me put on this side so you can take a picture there. Let me show you how to do the white egrets outline. You should do the outline no matter what with the charcoal to plan the painting. Smooth side, the painting. And this okay. If you have a charcoal, you can use charcoal to draw the size of the body and plan so it's very common mistake that either for the so I need to have this in front of me. This one. Something you can squeeze in with this gesture. So it's like seeking the oval shaped egg, elongated, and then you don't have to draw exactly. You just do this kind of thing and visualize that. Use and then to divide this into 2 with a shoulder line and all the way to the wing, the flying feather here. Okay, that's the back and the chest. It's just like this. So it's a little triangular shape. Triangle shape, like this. And then another triangle, or if you do a little small egg, it will be fine. The crown, right? The crown, and then the beak. It's a little forward, and this leg more so lifting different directions. So that's my planning. And you can dust it off with a piece of cloth, dry cloth. I can use this. Another thing we showed you yesterday is the removable heat habit still. Anyway, traditional. So I'll use this brush, stiff brush, or the basic wash. You can use that. Oh, sorry, the color. You can start from since I got dark. When you do a large bird, he would usually do the. Okay, the eye is above the beak, in the front of not in the middle, right? So here and half like a smiley mouth, but only one dot on top, right? Just like that. And then I use the paper towel, dry the brush. You don't have to wash it to waste the water. If you want to use a different brush, it would be good to just save this brush for later use maybe. I dried it, then I put water in it. So let's just use a small brush, see if that helps. Because when you draw this kind of line, maybe it's a good idea to use a smaller liner. So dilute the color into a gray, medium dark. So the brush is pretty. Let's try this somewhere. Maybe this shoulder stroke. Since I have the template, I can do anywhere. But usually you just develop out from this eye, right? So I think I should show you the correct sequence. So he will do this beak because the brush is supposed to be still dark, right? You have the dark brush. So the next is the center line of the beak. It goes under the eye, just like this. And then the top line, you can go back like this, nail head stroke. And then put a nostril, the nose there. And then the lower portion of the beak is under this one, a little shorter than the center one. I think a little longer than the top one. Anyway, but they're not the same size, not the same length. Right? You can see this is the longest in middle, and this is second. This is third. If you draw a line, they are not on the same line, right? I can put this away, I think. All right. So I draw this crown first. This is the tangent of this circle. So it goes like this, and then you do some loose lines to instead of you do a circle or a curve, you can imagine that in your mind and just this little dashes, but vary the length a little bit, and then this back stroke. I think it's too dark. This one, just a big swing. You have to use your elbow, move your arm, and then this one, this shoulder. So this usually I just like Tai Chi. You think the pairs, the left and right, the up and down. So this close this shape of the back. So they are not just the line. You see the shape created by these lines, right? And then I will draw these long lines first, and then do the loose leg feather. So this is the chest stroke, and then here's the thigh, and then again you use this kind of short stroke to suggest the shape, not the closed shape like that. So here's another thigh, and then I think which one is in the front? Maybe this one actually is in the front. Doesn't matter. It is a two-dimensional. So it could be either way. I'm not sure. And here is the short. In reality, they don't have the dark feather I did on the first one in the tail. That's more like a crane. So for the egrets, it's more like this. The tail is kind of rectangular, I will say. Rectangular, yeah. Just to make it squash. And go back to the dark. So you better save this dark brush, right, for the leg. This one, two sections right here. You can put a little dot there, or you can just combine this dot. And this one, I see the parallels. I want to break that a little bit, so it goes a little bit towards the front. And then the palm, not the palm, what do you call this, claw. The middle one should be the longer one. And something like this. It's called, the first class my teacher told me that in Chinese, idea completes with absence of stroke. But you don't have to connect everything. Leave absence with absence of stroke. Idea completes with absence of stroke. That's in Chinese. 笔断意连. Line break, idea connects. Very bony, right? So you hold the brush straight. Bone stroke. That's the. Then what about this loose hair here? He got something like tying down. Just keep it expressive. It's your imagination. Oh, here is a shade. Interesting shape, a shading stroke. So why I don't do it right away when I just draw that, because it will bleed. Right? So I wait a little bit. I think there's eyebrows, very vague. I don't really see something like this. It's just water. Sometimes when I'm not sure, I just use clean water. If I like it, I may go back to add it. Otherwise, just let it dry and disappear. So that's the white egrets taking food in the water, and he did something in the water to suggest water with a little plant with duckweeds. Yeah, it's called duckweeds. Should I show you how to do the flowers before we complete the composition? So you can, I will continue this. You can use separate paper if it works. I will save this and then I will continue with other elements. Now I'm going to show you the elements of doing hibiscus or the rose, what is called rose, confederate rose is one name for it. Another is cotton rose or hibiscus mutabilis. Mutabilis means in Latin, it means changeable color. So the color change from white to pink to dark red in one day during the daytime. I have seen the Wikipedia, you can see 12 shots in different hours. It's a very interesting process symbolizing the circle of life. So you can use outline to draw the structure of the flower first just to learn. I think I was planning to do a large painting in the end, so I got some large paper. So I'll show you how to do the flowers outline the style first. You can just use the outline the brush, just like a rose, as the name suggests. Right? There are some curved petals in the middle, and you think about the Jewish star again, the shape of a Jewish star with these corners, right? And then you can draw the characteristic veins radiate from the bottom of the petal like that. And on color version will use white, but on black white you just use light ink to draw this structure. So this, and you will have the, I'll just use this brush, the hidden pollen dot, what you call the stamen pollen dots. They might look like this long, but when they're mature, I think. But I don't think it's the same as the other hibiscus with a long pistil. There's no pistil. Maybe they are hidden somewhere. So some hibiscus has this, and then they got petals on it, right? Marie has one of my painting co-host. That's the kind of Hawaiian, I call it Hawaiian flower like this. Something like that. They got petals on top of the pistil and something like. But it's a different flower. I believe it's different. Same family, could be same family, but different. So we don't really do this pistil here. You can if you like. The technique is the same. You draw the veins with a different color ink later when you do the color. So this is the flower, and there is what do you call this? This calyx, a bud, and there is a sepal, 5. It's like an acorus, and it's a triangular, similar to rose, but a little different. Something like that. That's their bud, and you can have some petals like this to open to bloom. So this is the flower and the bud. Let's do the color part. You can use I use basic soft brush. Basic soft is the white one, and I use here. I got this carmine is number 390 or and a dark rouge if needed. Maybe I don't need rouge. Just use carmine and dilute it with a lot of water to get pink. You don't want to use any white yet because the white is going to be added as veins on the petal with a small brush, just like this parallel lines, veins. So you can load the dark carmine or a little bit rouge, just a little bit on the tip. Remember how we do the rose? Same way. The petal has a dark curved side, like that, right? Like that. And then what do? Don't do this all the way. So the dark is on the edge. It's more triangular. Remember that. So just copy this flower here. If you do the peony is dark inside, right? So dark outside. And you can use multiple strokes. Doesn't matter. You can leave some white. I would use. My teacher used a little bit yellow green to make it tender, looks more fresh, kind of. And the top has this kind of fuzzy petals, I call it, just like that. So that's very similar to rose, but we don't really emphasize that banded part with a dark edge. You can, but I think it's we just use different, slightly different style here to suggest different flowers. And you can have the half bloom there. And then after it dry a little bit, or you can do it right now with really pure white. So let's just load the brush with, you can use Chinese white. I don't have any. Just use gouache, titanium. Do I have any? No luck. I have one more thing. That's what I got. I have this Dr. Martin's white. Any opaque white will work. Let's put it here. Dr. Martin's white is very white. I dilute it with water. I put water in it to keep it wet. So draw these lines like that, like this. Just radiate from the center. And you can redefine it. You don't have to follow the original shape. You can redefine it in different ways. Sometimes I make a curly edge like that, maybe. But don't make it too sophisticated, just like a fan. Like a fan. Here, the dark side is the out edge, right? So you do it this way. Not the bottom. The dark edge is the top. So that's the key. That makes difference, right? So as long as the dark is on the top, you don't want to do it the upside. Oh, you can try this. You can do it like this, right? But raw, it's still like a half view. So the dark. Remember the radiative is in the end. You should feel the flower radiate from the center out. Right? So that's the idea. And then you can just use this white with yellow. And I got some orange here. You can use vermilion plus yellow to get orange. The vermilion is $3.99 and the gamboge is $2.18. So you can mix that vermilion and I got this orange color, which is I don't know the number. It's a new color, so just little orange, warm to this pink is pretty cool. We can make it cooler with a green yellow, I think. So but you want to make it more opaque with white. Just use this yellow, I think. It's easier. If I just use the pure gamboge, I can still do it. Just add not too many, just like a peony, but it comes with 3 stroke, a group maybe. Just a few inside the petal. And then you can use, it's pretty sophisticated, very light. You can use a little bit mineral green to dilute it, to make it very cool greenish yellow, very watery. And I tend to do it on the back side. You can just fill in some in the lower part of the pink to make it really tender feel. So that's you can do it after it dries to avoid bleeding. But if your brush is loaded with correct amount of color and you just stay on the top, it should be fine. So this petal, let me see. I can use this green brush. Just make a regular green, maybe a blue, yellow, and any green. And you can put a little brown to mute it, and just do something like that. And then a little bit darker for the not like a rose. They don't have this long stem, something like that. Just a little. And here is it. Like I said, it's a perennial, hard word, perennial.
Comes back every year.
Yeah, perennial. So it's grass. It's not woody. The stem is very tender. Although it's a shrub, a tree is strong, like the stems like this. And the leaf comes out alternatively, just one leaf per joint, like this. right? And there, it should be like a 3 or something like that. Anyway, the leaf is, just to finish this part. The leaf is like a palm. It's bigger than the hibiscus, Hawaiian kind of. Hibiscus is like a heart shape or something smaller, or feather shape. This flower is more like, let me just use indigo and ink, and some blue, some ink. Just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. And you can use green for tender leaves. Then you just do it like this. 1, 2. You can do a V, and just like a new bamboo painter's stroke, you would find. So just like do a bad palm-shaped bamboo groove. That's okay for this leaf. And then just use dark to draw the center vein. So the key middle finger is long, like that, yeah, palm shape. Yeah. That's my teacher's analogy here. He says it's a perennial shrub with a palm-shaped leaf. They dry it in the autumn, and before the autumn, in August maybe, they bloom with red and white, because we just learned like the white red actually changeable. It's called the Hibiscus mutabilis. They got 2 layers of calyx, which means sepal, and the calyx, and it's like this. And he got even a back view. The color of the petal is very very graceful and delightful. So that's why he used this light yellow color to add to the pink, to make it looks more fresh. And also he contrasts that with a stronger yellow. I think you can just use orange color or vermilion. More vermilion is an orange color, so otherwise you don't really see it, right? But don't use ink. Ink will destroy the sense of that feminine kind of girl-like. If it's, it will make it more masculine. You know, not at the other side of Jiaoyan. Jiaoyan is like a beautiful lady. You know. So that's the flowers. I will let you practice, and then I'll come back to do the combination. So you just practice some flowers, some birds. And if you want to do the composition, it's fine. I would like to see yours first before I do mine. I already did the partial finished composition, so when we come back, I will do the flowers to finish the 2 paintings we started. This blue heron with flowers behind. Like I said, the flowers are added as a symbol of good wish. A token of luck, right? So if you have a good picture of a heron, most likely there's a reed or there's just water, nothing. So it's not going to be complete, not going to be ready to sell, for sale. So you want to sell in the market or in gallery, you want to put something match, has good feeling, auspicious feeling. That's why Chinese got this, Chinese people have developed this kind of common combinations of seeing elements. So I think they're universal because the color, the combination of animal, birds, and the flowers with the symbolism, it just sells.
Is this supposed to be a different bird?
It's the same bird in Chinese called the Lu family. Lu is egrets. Let me know if you have questions. How much seal script in the calligraphy class? Oh, about the new class, half and half. Alternatively, 1 week by Victoria, my wife, she's going to teach you the standard script, the cursive, semi-cursive script, and I will teach seal script. So each class will teach 2, maybe 1 or 2 characters. In seal script, we have oracle bone, we have the great seal script and the small seal script and seal script. So in the end, we'll make it into seal. You don't have to have everything in the beginning. I'll show you what you need in the class. Some of them will be available on our website. You can purchase from us, or you can get from other sources, Amazon, other online shop. They sell those too. Any other questions? No? A quiet class today, huh?
And Heron, is that a lighter or darker gray?
Oh, If you use ink on the blue heron, it's very light. I would say as light as maybe 3 out of 10, or definitely less than medium dark. Or you can use medium dark to light dark. Some part I can see I added some accent later. So initially you can use maybe grade 3 or 4, but just match this gray on the handout will be fine. Yeah. It's a gray. Typical gray, and you can load the brush with various grays, darker in the tip and a little darker in the tip to start with on the back, along the upper part of the back. Just do the front part like this, will be fine, and practice the Z turn, not the S. But in reality, you might see more like this S. But if you want to control the size, the neck should be kept kind of folded, or what they call this halfway down with flowers. So on this one, let me see if I can double load the brush with green in the bottom. I just stamping this, and then a little bit carmine in the center. So it's a combination of all the colors I need. I may have a little bit the roots even to mix with carmine to make it really dark. So the idea I have is this first painting I did in 2007. So I have this flower here in front of the bird, somehow like this. So it's almost like triangles, the rose, right? You see it's like rose, but I flatten it, so it's like this. And you can have the dark on either the outside or inside. It's okay. And some smaller, fuzzier strokes in the center part. And you can have larger petal near the bottom. This is going pretty too big. So it's a huge flower. Anyway, it makes birds smaller. But it's a symbolic painting, so the good is. Then this is a side view. We can just do the lower, kind of your eye level here, right? You're looking up. So you see some petals like this, just like side view. So the center could be really dark, contrast with the back side of petal. You can have something like that. Going outside the frame, it's okay. And we have a little spot here, it's just parent and the child concept. And now I'll just use this brush, has some leftover glue in it. We just got some yellow color. For the tender leaves, more greenish. You can treat the leaf like two backs, the dorsal side and the front side, differently. But I think that's what I try to do in the painting. So this is the dorsal side, dark, lighter side, and some dark leaves. So just alternate dark and light. Just here, you want to put something really contrasted, something behind, just cutting the shape of the flower. That. And I have the feet here, so I think I'm out of room there. So just put another layer of flowers overlapping with the first one and top of that. And you cannot really copy exactly even yourself. So you want to use dark green to draw the stems. You can have the stem inside. Usually it comes from one of the 8 positions, not in the middle, right? So upper. So it's all behind. You don't have to draw all the details. And to indicate prosperity, usually we rather have some baby flowers or bud, more bud, more wealth, more potential for growth. Anyway, blooming. Because this is an autumn scene, you can have a little breeze, and that's also friendly with the birds, the height. So the brown color with a little bit ink for the reeds. Dry indicated the autumn color. You can have that, but like really high. It's kind of like an orchid, another like an orchid, but it's hidden behind. You don't have to do that. And the dark leaf veins and the white on the petal. So should I let's do the veins. I have to clean this brush. Use this one. I have another happy dot. Just use this pure white, Dr. Martin's white. Should I get some pure? Usually you just get the color right out of the tube because you want to covers the dark like this. So that's the curly part like this from the other side. Cover. Remember the direction is the dark side on top. Dark side on top. Is that easy to remember? Just say it. Dark side on top. Outer petals indicate the dark side. So don't make that mistake. So this one, I was thinking the bottom is it should be 3/4 view. But if you put that stem all the way up there, it might be something turns it to a different perspective. But I think it's okay. You don't have to make the guest flower. This is the supporting flower. This is the host. So you want to reduce the attention, the detail on this one. Just very suggestively, loosely. So you could be very loose in certain part, not loose in the part you want to emphasize or want to people to concentrate to pay attention to. So now you can use a light. Dark green or just black. Usually the light veins on lighter ink, dark on light. Otherwise it won't show because this should be darker than this one, right? So you can draw the secondary veins like that, but you don't have to. If you just draw the one I did on the demo, it's only the center vein here, it's okay. Just like that. Yeah, you can draw this secondary veins if you want. It's optional. Depends on if I have time or not. So some behind, some. So this brush is pretty dry, and I don't really touch it too much. I press it too much. There are veins. It should be some. I think some part like this is you have to really observe to know what's going on. Understand. It's like someday I will show you how to do the okra. So on this lighter, you can use just a green or blue color. Some veins are the main, some just secondary. But again, this is not important as here, so you don't want to make it too clear. A couple of suggestions. That's it. And you want to write that word, right? The set to make it so you can make your sales pitch with. Otherwise, you saw people will ask, "What's it saying?" Oh, this is saying you will be prosper all the way. Yeah, it's like a dream, a Chinese dream.
The fourth character is
four. You just write the regular idiom, not the pun. The pun is just like when you write the chun upside down, the spring upside down. It says dao. But you don't really write the words. That's the theme. Okay? We write lu, just the way, not the parent. 一路, Hua means what do you say, glory or. But in ancient, in Sanskrit, they are the same as Hua. I'll explain it in Seal class.
Same as the flower.
Actually, the same character used also for. As even today, in Seals. In poetry, they use this Hua in the same. It could be read as Hua. As 一路 means one way. The Chinese government have this one road policy, one 一带一路啊, one belt, one road.
Oh.
Build the Silk Road. Belt, one way. It's the same. They use this one way, one road, one way. It's it's an abstract way. So it's a belt or way. So I will say the year of the dragon. Magnificent. Yeah, magnificent. I wrote, sorry, just wait a minute. This date, year of the dragon, summer in Los Angeles. And then I just write all the information here. And the Henry Xiaohui Li. Now I put the. You see, I still meant a lot of empty space. going to paint the water. It's already pretty full. I think in the original painting I did add that, and when I saw that I said no more, because you want to leave that for the viewer's imagination, so you don't want to draw, paint all the background, all the water, everything. You can suggest the water if needed with duckweeds, grass, something like that. Give you way to do the shots. So that's the finished work. I try to repeat myself, copy myself. Let it dry here. Okay, so let's just finish this one. I'll just show you how to color it. The bird is not perfect, but it's good enough to finish, I think. So the first thing is to darken the beak. And in reality, the beak is yellow, right? Icarus has a yellow. Should I do the yellow? Maybe the yellow is nice. So let's do the yellow. You can add some to it. So let's do this. That's nice. And some yellow in the eye. Just a little bit touch. So that's all the yellow I need. And then the second is the... this time I'll do the leaves first. I do the plant first. That's what my teacher did, I can tell. He just draw this, because you got white birds, we want to keep the color very simple to black and white almost. Yes. I just use a little bit leftover color here to do the leaves. From outside the frame, there are 5 sections, but in perspective, you don't have to do all 5. 3 is 3 major ones. You see how small this one is? Here, that's something like this. Just one big, and then 5. In his mind, I can read that. it's suggested, right? So you draw the stems with a little bit strong color, or maybe just ink. And most importantly, dry the brush a little bit on the paper towel, so it comes in with this stem. Going behind this leaf, right? This could be a stem, and then going behind this bird, and going. So this is very important to keep the continuity with absence of stroke. But yeah, going up a little bit, and going down a little bit with a little tiny leaf. Okay, it's in the background, so it's very light. And here he got this 2 buds in front of the flower. So you can draw this kind of flower. One is behind. You don't really see that. Okay, we use a pink brush, a lot of water in the bottom and in the front, right? Just the dark along in the center. 1, 2, 3. So just draw the right. Remember triangles? Yeah, like that. Triangles, almost like a rose. This is called a rose, cotton rose. And if it bleeds, just blot it. And that's it. Oh, some details in the water. So make a distinction from that. You can add a little yellow, just clean the palette here. Yellow, maybe a little bit green. And rhythm is very important. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Big and small, loose and wet. He drew this little grass out of the water to further indicate the water surface by doing this, like standing out from the water, right? So there's imaginative water line, maybe a shallow water, so it's muddy water. And this is, it could be water lily, but this is duckweed. Yeah, called duckweed, because we got the flowers. We don't want more color, more flowers here. And here we want to do the calyx. I forgot. I think the one I didn't do, I will add it when it's dry. But let's do the main thing, the white lines. Just use pure white. Dr. Martin's, and see this is how dark it is. But after you draw this, it usually is darker, right? So just draw radiating lines, and see this. This is the outer side of the line, and you can change anything if you redefine it if you need it. You see, this is the curved part of the half on the other side. You don't really see it. It's like a four-shot banded leaf. I mean petal. And so this is it. 3 or 5 major veins. And if I have time, if you want, you can add a little suggestion of the secondary, but never fully develop that, because these are not as important as the birds, right? So you want to devote less attention to these details on that. The mustards, you can use mustards to heighten things. When you're doing mustards, you know the end of the game. It's like a point.
Period, like
it's like a pointing summary. Landscape class teacher says this is the bullet points, like you're doing a summary. Yeah, you're doing a summary of your final attention pointing device. That's it. So the white, let me just use my finger. It's going to be broken, huh? And mounted. Too dry. So this blend of orange and yellow, maybe mostly vermilion, a little bit gamboge. And the gamboge to draw this, just a little line. We don't have to do the green, everything, because this is just half flower. You don't have container for the elements you want. So just a little suggestion, it's fine. So again, I'm going to write the title. I think this time I write on this corner because he wrote here. Yeah, corner kind of balance it better. But each one is different. You have to read the chi flow of that. So E, let me write in clerical style. 路, road, róng, glorious, prosperous. Let's see which one goes. There's only one major stroke that waves. So and Victoria will show you that. It says the year of dragon. I realized that my teacher did the painting in 1988. 1988 is a dragon year.
Yes. My son is going.
Oh, thank you for confirming. He said it's a dragon year, and I checked the calendar. It's 1988. He died in 91 or something like that. So. His late, one of his late paintings. I come here in this country in 1987. He painted the year after I came here. So I had a friend who is the companion of his last few years. He collects over hundreds of his last paintings, including this one. And I will share with you in the summer class more whenever I have chance. So you have opportunity to learn directly from my teacher together with me. So yeah, I may bring some originals I have in my collection also, so you can see.
This brings me so much joy just to look at it.
Yeah, that's why it sells. Let me tell you.
I know.
That's why I do this repeatedly, and he does that. He in one inscription, he told his student, don't paint vegetables. Don't plant vegetables. Paint them, so you can buy them with the same time you buy more. Yeah, don't plant ever vegetables. Just paint them. And he said, my painting can buy. My one-day painting can buy at least 2 days of vegetables. Right?
But
two basket of vegetables.
It's amazing you just look at that and you just feel joy. It's like such a beautiful feeling.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I think people like the auspicious painting, feng shui landscape to look at them. So you don't really paint your garden or your anything that's euphoria. It's more like in between reality and your idea, right? Ideal world. It's that's what we call it 写意, expression of idea, expression of good wish, expression of your feeling. So that's the essence of Chinese brush painting. It's not bound by daily life. It comes in from life, but go larger. Thank you for participating in this class. If you don't have any questions, what paper I'm using? I'm using unsized single shred. This paper I'm using today is $8 for 30 sheets. Website. I have some extras here if you want to get from me today.
I do.
Oh, sure. $8 for 30 sheets. Yeah. And if we have, I may have an extension after this one, so we may do one more painting. I will record this, but you don't have to stay online because we have. Let me show you what we got. We got a table full of delicious food and fruits. So we're going to have a potluck. And thank everybody for bringing them here. Any other questions? Okay, I'm going to thank you for your comments on Blue Heron painting class. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you from Netherlands, Marie from. Thank you for joining my class from Netherlands. Yeah. Thank you, Jenny, for your comments on the class. I'm glad that you can feel my heartbeat in my demos.